All right, we're live, pal, with your
Oh,
American David the Gnomes, I believe they're called. And I hope nobody's
mm.
watching us on Pluto. All right, so
I'm
we
reading it.
are the Gout Foundation, and right over here is the leader of said foundation, and he is
The best scout machine, the Rihanna of Wrestle Talk. And this over here is
your boy Jay, who falls under the umbrella which the Rihanna of Wrestle Talk brings to this show each and every week.
Ella A.
Eh, oh, oh.
Come
But
in,
as he
rude boy,
said,
boy.
we as Dig Out Foundation, we find the beautiful things that happen in professional wrestling each and every week. And as you guys know, well, you probably don't know how our recording schedule is, but we actually get to cover 2 episodes of Dynamite. And don't worry, we're not going to cover what actually happened on Dynamite. But Tony Khan made two huge announcements. And that first announcement was that AEW Collision is happening. And how do you
Coliseum?
feel about AEW Collision and the spiffy logo they unveiled?
My nipples could not be harder. I am lactating at the thought of AEW Saturday Coliseum, and it's going to be amazing to know that I am going to have to tell everyone, no, I'm not available Saturday nights. Can't go to the quinceanera. I can't go to that bar mitzvah because this Saturday I got to watch some AEW Coliseum.
Do you think they named it Coliseum as an homage to the old WWF home videos?
Very obvious, very obvious. I believe they were inspired by that and nothing alone. Like the logo in no way, shape, or form is inspired by anything whatsoever. Coliseum video all the way. God, that bring back memories.
Yeah, because I have never this is such an original logo. You could faintly, if you squint a little bit and look at this logo, kind of maybe see the Coliseum home videos brought to you by Titan Sports. But that's
Like
about
they
all
desperately
I
want to
can
be in
think.
cursive.
Yeah, exactly. So we're on the same page here. But not only did Tony bring out the Coliseum happening on Saturdays, but the very first episode of Columpian is going to take place in Chicago. And you know what that means.
Cold Cabana!
Yeah. Oh, you know how awesome. You know how big the pop would be if that's who comes out?
Boom, boom. We haven't seen him in so long. The only Chicago legend besides the Legion of Doom. Because it's obvious, it's the best kept secret in wrestling right now that Colt Cabana is just going to miraculously appear after being away for what, 2 years?
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
pop, there will be people crying.
And we know that AEW fans, that they're the smart fans. Like Tony Khan is catering to the smart fans, the quote indie fans. That's why he puts on matches, not stories. And he is completely catering to them by doing this because you heard the pop when because he announced the tour when he announced that colostomy was happening. And he announced the whole tour, but he didn't announce the very first date when Communesium was happening. So
Consumption.
the entire crowd, when he announced Chicago was going to be the very first episode, because that had to be its own big announcement, the crowd
Mm-hmm.
already knew. Colt Boom Boom Cabana was coming back to lead the roster of Andrade Felidero and Myro and
Myro
Tito.
and Vegeta.
Tito, yeah. What was her name? Tito Ortiz or whatever?
Cheeto Thunder Santana,
Yeah, Thunder Sandbag. That was her name.
Lady Darby Allen,
Yes. Yes.
Deborah Allen.
I always thought it was funny that like her face paint looked more menacing and devilish than Darby Allin's ever did.
She stole my name because originally I was Thunder Tits.
So in AEW, so we had 2 weeks to go through the crazy announcements going on. First on of Columpian or whatever it's called happening, and then Colt Boom Boom Cabana coming back to the United Center after almost 3 years. I've done the research since you threw that number out there. Almost 3 years
I was
of
four.
no Boom Boom Cabana in the United Center. And WWE had to match these big announcements with some high impact action. And that action was Brock Lesnar trying to possibly murder Cody Rhodes on live television. Took a keg and crushed his arm. And I believe Cody would go through just about anything to wrestle. What do you feel?
I feel like Cody Rhodes could. Yeah, he's almost invincible. He would go through. He tore his pec. He hurt his titty about a year ago. He had a big purple titty, and he still wrestled Hell in a Cell. Nothing will stop him. He could potentially be a cyborg. He would go through fire, as we can see right here. He went through fire with Andrade El Idolo, and he still wrestled with his back completely covered in garbage. He would handle toxic waste and turn into the Toxic Avenger, and he would still keep going. He's not human.
And what gets, you know what? Now that I think about that, was that Andrade El Idolo's like last match on AEW television?
Mm, no, I
Singles
think
match. Singles match.
singles. Maybe. I
I think it
think
might have been.
so. Was
But
he
you
that the one where
saying
he's in a
that,
speedo?
I believe so.
Oh my god!
No, he had the
Because
mask
after
at
that
the
it was
time. Yeah, he had the
La
mask.
Pasión del Gobernable.
But you saying that about Cody now makes this tweet make so much sense. There's your update. I feel like I could wrestle a bear. I just don't look at it. So I thought when I found this tweet, it was from after the match when he was laying in fire and brimstone. But now I'm wondering if that's just what his back looked like after Lesnar had grabbed him a couple times and thrown him around.
See, as a cyborg, his back could look even worse. The flesh could be hanging off. We would be seeing wires. Brandy would be in a corner screaming because she had no idea he was a cyborg. He was just a fuck machine this whole time. But he could fight a bear and possibly win, mostly because he's full of steel and adamantium.
And now, when people say, "Have you ever looked at Brock Lesnar? He has bear paws." Maybe Lesnar literally has bear paws, and that's what happens to a man's skin. That's why you always see him wearing gloves when he fights. And that's why Cody wanted to take him on with no gloves because Cody's back of steel and antimanium could take it.
You see, with Brock Lesnar, I believe he has the gloves on to cover the fact that the back of his hands are covered in pubes. He has pube hair on the back and the front of his palms. That's why you never see him. And he refuses to shave them off because he likes the feeling on his face.
You know what? Um, in 2001, no, 2002, I was at a Shelton Benjamin wrestling camp, which Brock Lesnar was at, and I really feel like he had some scragglies on the palm of his hand because I remember somebody making a joke about it and him constantly looking at his hand when somebody was making jokes. So I feel like that could be true about Lesnar having the pubes on the palms
Hmm?
and back of his hands.
Like I said, I got better people than Brian Alka-Seltzer.
And what we talked about before we went on air was Natalia taking on Rhea Ripley. Who do you think is going to win that one?
I feel like this is Natalia's opportunity to bring back, just because she's been irrelevant for so many years. No one has cared about Natalia, not even her husband. She needs to bring back the fart. And she needs to harness that fart to shoot out at Rhea Ripley to win the SmackDown Women's Championship. SmackDown one, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Good.
I feel
Because I've
like
totally paid attention.
She does need somebody to gas her up so she could have the confidence to take on Rhea. But
Mm-hmm.
she is on SmackDown. Rhea Ripley is not. Do you think Natalia may win the SmackDown Women's Championship?
You know what? This could be the upset, and I feel like this is something the people of Saudi Arabia will lose their minds over, as they are probably going to be dressed up from head to toe, not showing any cleavage. But I think she'll win it and bring it home to SmackDown, right? SmackDown,
Isn't Natalia
and she'll
also
come back to
undefeated in
America.
Saudi
She'll bring it
Arabia?
back to America.
I think Natalia's undefeated in Saudi Arabia now that you say that, because I think she won the first ever, like, ever in history
Ever.
women's match in
Not even
Saudi
a
Arabia.
joke. That's nothing. I'm
So
undefeated in Saudi Arabia.
I feel like she's got the momentum. So
Like,
I feel
mhm.
if she could get somebody to properly gas her up and she could start ripping them like we all know she can, she may be able to do it. But I'm kind of feeling like mommy's gonna take it home somehow, because I feel like it's somehow gonna become a contest.
Do you think Rhea Ripley could potentially outfart Natalia?
Oh yeah, for sure. If Dom takes her to like the places that Dom goes to eat constantly, oh yeah,
Mhm.
oh yeah.
Lots of salsa, and you know what? On a side note, they probably have the secret weapon of Vienna sausages.
Oh fucking Vienna, yeah. But oh yeah, Vienna sausage cans are small enough to take onto an airplane.
Yep, just shove it up your ass.
Yeah, because I think everything else, like gas wise, would get pushed out of there before they land in Saudi Arabia. And from what I hear, the spices of their foods like mess with your stomach, like, but it's like the stomach part of your stomach, not the intestine part of your
Not the
stomach.
butt part.
Yeah, so you're
Like
not gonna get the
you'll
proper
feel like
gas.
you're about to have diarrhea, but you're not going to have diarrhea.
Correct, correct.
Much like the Hawaiian barbecue I had for lunch today.
That's what. Oh, you didn't have Samoa?
I have some more of that.
Ah, yeah.
He came up with that, not me.
But that's why
I stole.
Arabian people are so skinny, because they eat like that. They feel like they're going to have diarrhea, but they don't have the diarrhea. But then they remember when they ate at that place before, they felt like they were going to have diarrhea. So they don't eat there again. And by the time that they're 25 years old, they don't eat ever again. And that's why
They're
Arab
40
people are so,
pounds. They're
yeah.
6 feet 9, 40 pounds.
Just in case anybody was ever wondering.
We
Then next
know
up,
all.
we have Asuka versus Bianca Blair. Who do you got winning that one?
Well, that one, I would say Bianca. Bianca, I think, is going to have a Roman Reigns like reign, but it's going to be way more tolerable, and she'll look better in short shorts than Roman Reigns does.
Oh, oh. Bianca look better
Maybe
in short shorts than Roman Reigns, really?
I don't know. Like, I've not seen Roman Reigns with like booty shorts with half his cheeks out. I might be able to see that and like whip out the pom poms and go, "Woo, Roman!" But until then, I'm all for Bianca Belair.
I'm not a gay man by no means,
Neither am
but
I.
I can admit when a man looks better in booty shorts than a woman. And if anybody were ever to look better in booty shorts than Bianca Belair, it would be Roman Reigns.
Hmm.
Hands down.
Personally, not a gay man myself, but online, I'm a pansexual psychopath. Woo!
Yeah.
Yeah!
Yeah, I think you're right. And somebody made a good point yesterday on a show I was watching that uh, it seems like WWE is trying to rewrite their history books or create like a new history for either this century or this decade. And with Bianca already being the longest reigning Smack or Raw Women's Champion in history, even though she's on SmackDown, uh, it does feel like they're going to try to extend this reign for as long as possible. So it might be something that would be a really big deal if it gets touched again, because it might top the 2 year mark. You know, what we hit the year mark at WrestleMania, I believe. Um,
We could be
so
passing the fabulous Moolah's reign.
yeah, man. And I think that Bianca Blair's young enough that she will only be 52 years old when she does that. So,
And she's going to make a good looking 52-year-old. You just know it.
oh yeah. Well, they say that sometime during this reign, we will see a heel turn. So maybe that heel turn will happen by the end of 2034. And
Word.
so for some reason, this card has three piss break matches. And in the third piss break match, we have Trish Stratus, who looks nothing like the Trish Stratus that I remembered as a child,
Not the same person.
versus Bianca Belair. Now, you talk about a cyborg come to earth, bits of metal with skin stretched over it to make it look like a human. You are talking about this iteration of Trish Stratus. You know, I'm not trying to sound sexist by no means, but no fat ass, no little thick chick action going on. She just skin tight face, pouty lips, and moves as stiff as the mummy. And I'm talking like the 1940s, the mummy.
Boris Karloff.
So, see, I was gonna say Boris Karloff, and I thought I was wrong. God damn it. Um,
I know
so
all.
I believe that for some reason Trish is gonna win though, just so this rivalry could make it all the way to SummerSlam.
Wait, who is she going up against?
Be Becky Lynch.
Oh, okay. Whoa.
Now
I think
Becky
Trish
did
will
have some
win.
pretty cool I don't know if you watched Raw, but she did have some pretty cool sunglasses on. It looked like a skeleton was like cut like skeleton hands were covering her eyes, and like they were just like, yeah, they were pretty awesome.
Oh my
Like
God, I look so much cooler now.
yeah, I think
I
I'm
need
gonna
my
try
own
to get a
pair.
pair of those sunglasses.
I
Yeah.
can't see anything, but I look so cool.
Well,
I'm
the
the
fingers
man.
were spread so you could see. It was kind of like a peekaboo action thing. There you go.
Plus, those
Bam.
fingers were less bloated than mine.
It looks like you have blue eyes. Like it looks like your eyes are, or yeah, right there. Your eyes were blue for a second. No, I'm talking about like they were they were glowing.
Oh, glowing blue. Okay. I was like, I
Yeah.
have blue eyes. What the hell are you talking about? Well, bluish green. Aren't they
No,
pretty?
like they were giving off a glow, like a blue
Oh,
glow.
peekaboo.
Oh,
Are they glowing again?
the magic, the
Tell me
magic of
I'm pretty. Tell me I'm pretty.
You know what? You sounded just like Becky Lynch did on their go home promo.
Oh, good, because I didn't watch any of that.
Yeah. She even called her a dog, and she was like, you went through some demeaning things to get where you got. I didn't have to do any of that, blah, 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 blah. And she went rough, rough, and flipped the
Like,
microphone to her. And then instead of like any physical altercation, I believe like Trish Stratus did like that, and the table like flew into her like a cheesy fucking sci-fi movie, and then she just got out of the ring and ran away from Becky.
ah! And this me reenacting it. No, let the gnome do it. This is the gnome reenacting it.
Yeah, bam, exactly. And well, actually, that gnome was moving a little bit too quickly. Yeah, but its arms are still flailing a lot faster than Trish Stratus's were.
American David the Gnome.
But
Whee!
and that's why I think Trish is going to win. She's going to find a way to win just so this feud can make it to SummerSlam.
We're gonna milk this for all it's worth.
So who do you got on this one?
Trish all the way, because she's a veteran, so I'm pretty sure that's what the Saudi Arabia people want. They probably watched Trish back in the day with her pants down to their ankles with a thing of petroleum jelly next to them, and they're like, she's going to win.
They're going to be disappointed though when they see the Trish Stratus that shows up, because it ain't the Trish Stratus that was there.
Who the hell is this? An English teacher?
So next up, we have for the Intercontinental Championship, Gunther versus Mustafa Ali. Now, this is a kind of a tricky one because word is that somebody in WWE that's holding a secondary title right now, so basically either Gunther or Austin Theory, WWE is looking to have them drop their title fairly soon to start chasing one of the world titles. So that kind of puts it up there. And having Mustafa Ali win in Saudi Arabia, I guess, would be a big deal.
Well, who you're going to have? Manzor?
And see, and I don't know if Hunter, because Hunter really wasn't around during the whole rise of Mansoor. And I wonder if he got those two confused because they were on a tag team together for like 3 weeks.
I'm sure at one point he confused Veer for one of them.
Yeah. And Mansoor hadn't been backstage. So, like, Hunter was like, well, you must be the Saudi Arabia guy that's, like, undefeated there. So, let's get you. And,
his name's Ali.
Yes. So, but like I said, all that being said, I'm still picking Gunther for the win.
That's a picture of me in my 7th grade choir practice.
I'm hoping that's how he comes to the ring for this match.
Yeah, please.
Now,
let that be your special moment.
Completely unpredictable, possible match of the night between Gunther and Mustafa Ali.
Mustafa Ali wins with a roll-up within the first 20 seconds of the match. Now, and not a single person will have a chest slapped whatsoever. Quote me. Oh. Quote me, David Alka-Seltzer.
Yeah.
Ryan Alka-Seltzer.
Ryan Alcatraz.
Bitch. Bitch ass.
Almost like, his sources are just as bad as like that Chris Vandal Peep or whatever his name is.
Well. Oh, I've been in the same room with him on more than one occasion.
Was he peeping at you?
He was trying to look down my shirt. I explained I'm not a woman. He said he didn't care, and he plucked one of my pubes. Bing! Oh. Shot it down.
Did you get paid at all for it?
$5 and a slap in the face. I enjoyed both.
That's worth it. Worth it for either
God bless
one.
America.
And the fact you got both makes it even better. All
Yeah,
right.
what
So
can I say? I
next
love
up,
pain.
we have for the undisputed tag team championships, Roman Reigns and Solo Sequoia or whatever versus Sammy Insane going to Saudi Arabia Zayn and Kevin Owens.
Sami Zayn in the membrane. Oh,
And he was over as hell the last time he was allowed to go to Saudi Arabia. Um, Now that's been what, 4 years ago, 5 years ago,
oh God!
4 years
Actually,
ago.
did you go last time? One time?
He went. He went the very first time because wherever he's from, Polynesia or wherever. Um, where is it? Not Libya.
Vienna.
Is it Libya?
Um, Wakanda.
Syria. Syria.
Syria.
Uh,
He's Syria
yeah.
and Muslim.
Yeah. Syria and Saudi Arabia were getting along at that time. They have one of those like every 18 months, like the political tide kind of changes between those countries.
It's
They
like
were
all
all
the
good
girls
when the
I knew in high
contract
school.
because and also the guy hadn't gotten killed yet, the media guy. So it was not okay to take Saudi Arabia money, but it really wasn't blood money yet until that one single reporter got killed. And that's what made the Saudi Arabia money blood money.
Now it's blood
Nothing,
money.
yeah. All the other stuff that they've done to their people and everybody else around the globe, causing 9/11 and everything else, that was fine. But when you kill one of your own citizens that happens to be a reporter for going into one of your own country's consulates, that's when you become a bad country. Um, but no, they're Syria and Saudi Arabia. Their friendship kind of ebbs and flows, and they're getting along now. So Sammy's allowed to come, and like I said, he's the people there know that Sammy is one of them. Uh, that being said, how do you believe Roman Reigns is going to win this match but not get the title?
Oh man. Yeah. Because God, I desperately no kayfabe. God, don't give him any more belts. You're not Ultimo Dragon, all right, man. You're Roman Reigns. We hated you like 6, 7 years ago. You got really cool, but now our patience is kind of wearing thin. All right, we don't want you getting any more belts. All right, just keep with the two. We'll be fine. You're not that great. All right, you're not really the goat. Your hair is so fucking wet all the time, and you're going to get all that hair grease all over these belts. They're all going to get rusted over. I tell you this much: if anything, he deserves the Raw Women's Championship because of that long hair
You know
and
what's
the big
funny?
vagina next to him called Jimmy Uso.
All the belts he has, he doesn't wear one while he's having his matches.
Right? You
Is
think
that
you're
something?
not use them?
Is that something psychological that maybe like he purposely does not wear a belt on his pants that he wrestles in? So psychologically, he could be like, I have to win this because I need a belt to hold up these damn pants. And that's what
Because
keeps the man going. That's why he
like
wins so much because he needs a belt to keep the pants up.
Because right now the pants he has up, it's two things: elastic band and prayer. The only thing keeping his pants from dropping down and us seeing his. Quick, someone say something funny.
It's that ass that
Pineapple,
looks better than Bianca Blair's.
an ass that looks better than Bianca Belair's. Which who knows? He might have one. He might have sweet cheeks.
And we all know he wears red undies because he doesn't wear a belt during his matches. Just saying.
Mm-hmm. Finger up.
So do you think they're gonna lose? Do you think they're gonna have, Sequoia take a pin? Or do you think they're gonna make Roman eat a pin? Or do you
Now,
think
if Roman, God, don't waste that in Saudi Arabia. Roman getting pinned, please do that here in a. No, you know what? You know, screw that. Because after Backlash and seeing how the Puerto Rican people were losing their minds over everything, I believe that the U.S. people don't deserve that great moment. Give the Saudi Arabia people a moment of seeing Roman Reigns get pinned. Fuck that. I want him submitted. They don't have submission
oh,
moves, do they, Kevin and Sammy? Never mind. But I want him pinned, or if anything, Solo Sequoia, Solo Agogo, he'll take the pin,
one of
and
them are
they'll
gonna
retain.
beat, Roman with the Boston Crab.
No, a single leg crab. I want a single leg crab. We're gonna tap out.
5 minutes into the match.
Oh my
No
God!
shenanigans, no nothing.
5 minutes stabbing out to a single leg crab. Oh God, I want to see that so bad. End scene.
Yeah. But I haven't worked it out in my head yet. But Roman and, Senor Sequoia are gonna win, but they're not gonna win the title. But I have not yet worked out how they're gonna do it, though. But they're gonna win, they're just not gonna win the belt.
They're going to win it with big dick energy.
So do you got, Sequoia and Romans? Or you got Zayn and KO?
No, I'm going to lean towards Zayd and KO. They're going to retain within 5 minutes. No shenanigans with a single leg crab.
You heard it
Quote me
here
on
first,
this. You heard it first here. You heard it here, people. Take
alright.
that, Brian
And then
Alka-Seltzer.
we have for the is it a street fight? Has this match been called a street fight yet between the American Roadster Coaster, Cody Rhodes, and Brock Lesnar? Is it something?
I was under the impression that it was truck stop boner pills on a pole match.
Okay, yes. I knew it was something weird. So I feel like all right, so somehow this feud is gonna get to a fight pit match. But I feel like Lesnar has to win a fight pit match. But if Cody loses this match, why would he be so stupid to take on Lesnar in a fight pit match? But if Cody wins this match, why would he be so stupid to fight Lesnar again and fight him in a fight pit match? So I don't know how they're going to get there. But I feel Cody's going to eke something out again. And it might have nothing to do with Cody. Somebody might cost Lesnar the match, where Lesnar and Cody split off, and then Cody has to beat Lesnar one more time before he gets Roman, possibly. I don't know. But or maybe Lesnar comes back to Cody after Cody gets the title on July 7th at the Madison Square Garden SmackDown show. But I believe that I don't know. I feel like Cody has to win, but I don't know how him winning gets us to that fight pit match. But I also don't see if he loses how we would get to that fight pit match either. But that fight pit match is going to happen.
I believe that if they were to fight in a fight pit, like we're talking like how can I put it? Who did that? Riddle versus Seth Rollins had like a fight pit deal. We're talking like that kind of deal, right?
Yes.
I believe they should have that, but include barbed wire. Because Brock bled a little bit at the last event. I feel like let's go a step further and keep bleeding.
And that's how you get
I want
Cody
glass.
into it.
Huh?
And that's how you could get Cody into that fight pit match if he wins this and goes up 2-0, or if he loses this. Because, yeah. So that would make sense if we did that. But
Because
like
they
I
are
said, I'm
going a
taking
little PG
Cody.
13.
I gotta take Cody in this. Who do you got? Cody or Brock?
Cody, because he's a cyborg from the future.
Now, do you think it's gonna go to a third match that would be possibly a fight pit match with barbed wire?
Since I believe that Vince McMahon is completely behind every single thing, I think they're going to stretch this longer than it should be. So, yes, I believe it's going to go to a third match.
Um, is there any pay-per-views between now and Money in the Bank after Night of Champions? Or are we going from the champions to Money in
No,
the
I
Bank?
think we're going to go straight after this. I think we're going to go straight to Money in the Bank.
Which Money in the Bank, I believe, is the 1st of July anyway.
Yeah.
So,
Unless they got something in June that I'm unaware of.
so this might be the blow off then, because they would have to fight it out on Raw, because Cody's already announced for the Money in the Bank briefcase match. Unless
Hmm.
he's going to fight twice that night. They have that. Oh, that's how they're going to get him into the fight pit match. He's going to lose. Lesnar's going to beat the shit out of him. And then he's going to go into the ladder match just beaten to fucking pieces and win it. And that's how you overcome adversity.
And that is the tale as old as time.
Somebody else
Hi!
found us. Hey, hey.
Hey! Holla! Jay, who
And
is
then
this?
and then finally we have if oh wait, I follow if you can burp. Can you burp? That's her name.
No. Fake burps.
Ribbit, ribbit, ribbit. I don't know if that was a burp or not. I feel like it was. So finally, a Night of Champions for the World Championship. We have Seth Rise of the Phoenix
Freaking.
Rollins against the greatest wrestler to ever Velcro on a pair of kick pads, the phenomenal Alex
Phenomena.
James Styles.
I just learned his name earlier today.
Is it anything close to that?
It actually, I think it is Alan James.
Oh, is it? See? Ha! I
It's
knew it.
Alan. I watched his thing from Peacock today before we did this.
You know, one time so back when TNA was filmed, it was at like a buffalo, or not a buffalo, a rodeo type place. So, some of the guys were backstage smoking on some reefers, and a couple of people were considered to be in like the punk camp. So, like, those people, I might have been included, uh, were thought to have been straight edge because we had come there with Mr. Straight Edge.
Who's
And
CM Punk?
AJ walks up and, obviously talks to the people he knows, which are like the stars that are in this group that are smoking, right? And goes, "It's reeking like weed, okay? Mr. AJ, don't do drugs, don't do anything. Those guys, we're about to go on. You're with some of Phil's guys," because this is when CM Punk still wasn't full CM Punk. Like, some people still knew him as Phil. "You're
Hmm.
with some of Phil's guys and you're doing it." And they were looking at us like, "You guys were the ones who brought the weed." And anyways, so he's like, "Who cares? Anyways, we got to do our prayer. The show's about to start." So while like clouds of weed are still around us, AJ Styles has us all in prayer. Well, I know a joint was burning in somebody's hand, like as AJ Styles was leading us in prayer.
Yeah,
So, and I feel like it's his. Plus, through the pandemic, think he had a pregnant wife at home, had a baby, and he didn't even miss that much time, like through the pandemic and everything. So I
he
feel
had
like
sex with Becky Lynch.
even though a lot of people are considering it the runner up, the participation trophy that, like, well, you couldn't beat Roman. I feel like if Seth got it, that title wouldn't have that. Well, even if AJ got it, because AJ
Either
hasn't fought
one.
Roman on this run. AJ fought Roman on another run. AJ won the last time they fought, I believe. AJ retained his WWE championship. Um,
Yeah, you're right.
but I feel like if Seth wins it though, this title, nobody could call it the I couldn't beat Roman world championship if Seth wins it, because the last time Seth and Roman, I think the last two times Seth and Roman fought, Seth won. Yeah, it was by DQ, but he won.
But it's still a win. A win's a win, damn it.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
nobody could say like, "Oh, it's the I couldn't beat Roman, so here's the belt," prize. It's like, no, Roman was a bitch and had to find a shortcut to get out of his match so he could hold on to his belt. So this is why I'm the world champion belt.
We need a Romans is a bitch shirt.
And with all of that being said, I feel like AJ Styles is going to be the one
Ah!
to win.
Shut your filthy whore mouth.
I just feel I just feel I just feel that AJ Styles it's the only thing to give a character like him a shot in the arm. Time for double or nothing predictions. And as it's only 4 days away from the pay per view, AEW still hasn't finalized the card. Therefore, I have no cards to show during predictions. So,
Word.
every person on the roster that Orange Cassidy has defeated is now going to be in a match to take on Orange Cassidy for his belt, correct?
The
Did I
battle
under
royal of him and what I assume is a bunch of orphan children.
Okay. So I did correctly assume the premise of that match, correct?
Yes, except for Jay White.
No, he beat Jay White.
He beat Jay White, and he's an orphan child.
Yes. Why Jay White had to go to AEW, not WWE, because Jay White allowed himself to be beat by Orange Cassidy.
Mm.
WWE will not sign anybody that gets beat by Orange Cassidy. That's why Tony Khan is trying to get everyone on his roster to lose to Orange Cassidy, because he knows the WWE will not sign them.
Look at Aussie Open.
Yeah. Conspiracy theory. I don't even think it's a
You
theory.
heard it
I
here
feel like
first, America.
so. Who do you got winning the battle royal for the intergalactic championship?
In all honesty, I'd like to picture that Jay White's going to win this. 'Cause I want Jay White
So
to win
it's funny.
everything.
Well, it's funny you say that, because I feel like he or Juice Robinson, one of those two, need to win this, or
Hmm.
Ricky Starks. Um,
Now they might just be like, "Here, Ricky, give it to Ricky Starks," but I don't know. Like to think,
no,
like maybe it'll be within his grasp.
the Ricky Starks bribery is over, and now Ricky Starks is back on punishment for the whole Royal Rumble debacle. Because at first he got bribed to not be hanging out with his friend Cody by being a main event spot to fight Jericho and then fight for the AEW championship. And then once he got caught at the Rumble, he got put in a feud with Jericho and the JAS. And then he's been working his way down the card ever since, because he was caught on camera. The only
And that,
reason why he got to where he got was because Tony was just trying to make sure he wasn't hanging out with Cody. But those are
yeah,
the only three viable candidates to win, don't you think?
That's it. Anyone else, like, because like, it's kind of sort of they sort of spoiled it because they're talking about in a little backstage segment. They barely announced anyone else. It's kind of obvious that one of those three men, probably not Juice Robinson, is going to walk away with the International Galactic European 365-day 24/7 championship.
Now, so this is the only part that I'm confused by. And I know it's like a minor hiccup. So all of these battle royals always have like the Joker, like the surprise entrant, right? So is Orange Cassidy going to be the Joker card, or or will they have a surprise
Because they're
entrant?
calling it a blackjack battle royal and not a casino battle royal, so I'm not. I don't know if they're going to do the
I think they do the Joker on every battle royal though. No matter what, they always have a Joker card because they did announce 21 people instead of 20.
I believe it's going to be a returning Chris Statlander with a mustache.
Ooh. Well, then she wouldn't have to get drugged down in the women's division.
Right? She can get in there and win matches against men
The only
like these
matches that count.
gnomes.
Speaking of women, the women's title might be defended. Is Jamie
Uh,
Hayter still the women's champion?
yes, Jamie
Okay.
Hayter, and she's going to go up against, I believe, Tony Storm. I think Jamie Hayter might be injured.
So we're probably gonna agree then that Tony Storm has to win it back so she could defend it against Soraya at All In then, correct?
No, Tony Storm needs to win it, so she'll go up against Thunder Rosa at AEW Consumption every Saturday night.
Yeah, but I don't think Thunder Rosa versus Tony Storm have a feud on Colostomy would really be a feud to lead into All In.
Hmm.
Is just
Yeah, we're
my
gonna need to keep. You need to keep. Yeah, you're right. You gotta keep someone English. Anyone? Yeah, it would need to be Saraya versus Jamie Hayter to be super English. And the only thing that make it more English is if you had like a Doctor Who doctor as the referee, who
or
will be drinking tea.
you could have the previous doctor, the chick that played the doctor.
Ah, Jodie Whittaker.
Yes.
I hope you
She was
people watching this know what Doctor Who is.
she was pretty good. I feel she was better than she was better than a lot of the older doctors, I can say for sure. She was
She was
better
great. She
than
was
that one
phenomenal.
guy too. She was better than the guy that did the timey-wimey speech that was a doctor. She was much better than him.
David Tennant. You
Yes.
take those words back for America.
I don't know, I just didn't like him. Like, I get that he was, like, quintessentially, like, British, being, like, tall and lanky and having, like, those sayings and stuff,
And he's Scottish too in real life.
but he was just too, I don't know. He was just, like, too much. It was like if Jim from The Office, like, and I'm not talking about, like, the real person behind
The
him, I'm
character.
talking about the character, Jim from The Office, were asked to play Gandalf at the Scranton Dramatic Society. Like, I don't know. It
It's
didn't
kind
click.
of like one of those things where, like, because nowadays because I love Jim watching The Office originally, but as I've gotten older, I hate Jim.
Because
You
of
just kind
his
of realize
optimism,
Jim is kind
right?
of a dick. You know what? From The Office, yeah.
Well, no, I was saying his optimism is why I don't like him now that I'm older.
Oh, no,
He had
he's
all the
kind of a
optimism.
dick.
But I mean, like, just the optimism of thinking that, like, oh, I'll job and I'm too good for this job. I'm just gonna move on and do better things with my life. Like, no, dude. Like, once you get a job, you're fucking stuck. I'm sorry. That's how life is. You know, you think you're better than me. Sorry about your life.
The character Jim is basically Pluto TV, and fuck Pluto TV.
Yeah, fucking Pluto. You know what you can't watch on Pluto? The Office, AEW Communism, or How I Met Your Mother. But Tubi might have those. I'm not quite sure.
Maybe none of them, but if they
I think
did,
they
it
do
would
have How I
stream
Met
way
Your
better.
Mother. Because I'm bringing
Stream
up How I Met
way
Your
better.
Mother because if you rewatch How I Met Your Mother after knowing the ending, the show is actually better. Robin doesn't
Really?
seem like as much. Yeah, Robin doesn't seem as much of a bitch for doing the Ted the way she did it because now you have it in your head that like, well, they get together and maybe she really wasn't this way because Ted always embellishes everything in his stories anyway. So maybe he was just
Let's go
embellishing
to
the way
the
that
mall.
Robin was. But sorry to go off on a TV tangent there. So
I'll sign up real
also,
quickly. I'll just say, oh, good.
yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say there's a local wrestler out here named Delilah Doom that has like an early '90s, late '80s like fitness gimmick, and her entrance music is "Let's Go to the Mall." It's wonderful, wonderful.
I'm gonna have to write her name down because she has just become my favorite
Delilah
wrestler,
Doom.
and I haven't even watched her, and she's already my favorite wrestler.
She's amazing. She's like
Um,
doing this.
well, maybe next she'll be the AEW Women's Champion next, and then is the TNT title? No, the hose title is gonna be also defended against Jade Cargill. We might as well just call it the Jade Cargill Memorial Championship at this point.
Yay!
Will be defended against Taya Valkyrie.
Lena Loca.
What's her name in AEW?
It's still Taya Valkyrie.
Okay. I didn't know if
They
they
didn't
had
change it.
because it had the word Valkyrie in it, and I know that creates some tension amongst the woke folks. So, but,
No, because Mexicans love her, so
I
it's all
mean,
good, baby.
I feel
It's
like
all
all
good.
people should love her,
You
but
what?
that would be. I feel like everybody should love her.
Everyone
Every
loves Taya Valkyrie. Even though she was supposed to be at one of the shows I was supposed to go to during WrestleMania weekend, and she couldn't make it.
oh, probably because Tony Khan, but nobody wanted to say it was Tony Khan's fault because Tony Khan
It,
probably paid everybody $5 to say it wasn't his fault.
it was.
See,
Where were
so
we?
do you think she's going to be able to stop Jade Cargill's streak for the hose title?
I believe that no. I believe Taya Valkyrie will continue to be the AEW TBS champion. I believe no one will ever take the belt off of her. No one could, stop her. No one could stop, that bitch. She hasn't
I
said that in a minute.
Well, a lot of people think that Taya's going to win this match, but I just don't feel like there is, unless there's been something going on Rampage or Dark Elevation. And let's be serious. Well, any sport is having playoffs. AEW Rampage doesn't exist.
I did not watch the last episode.
So I don't know. Well, it was on a Saturday. Ironically, at the same time that AEW Communism will be on. So that bodes very well for that show.
AEW Communion coming this June. They're going to be in places like Regina.
Yeah.
I love
They'll be doing their
Regina. I
first
cannot
show.
wait to dive.
They'll be doing their first show in Chicago, where we'll see the return of Colt. Boom, boom, Cabana.
Boom Boom Cabana, the biggest Chicago-based wrestler of all time.
The biggest return in Chicago since Jordan coming back to basketball in '95.
We could call this the second coming because no one's gonna punk out Colt Cabana.
Yeah. There is no way. Like,
No one bigger.
no one, and nobody, is as much of a chick magnet as Colt is either.
The
So we're
biggest chick
probably going to
magnet.
get wrestling fans to start being more of that 50-50 ratio like it was back in the day. Because when you get a chick magnet like Colt Cabana in the lead of your brand community, he
That you
will by
can't
far
punk out, baby.
bring it back. But yeah,
Boom, boom.
so we got Jade Cargill retaining. Adam Cole taking on Chris Jericho in an unsanctioned match with Sabu doing something.
Yeah, I was like, is he in his corner? Is he the referee? I swear to God, I read a thing that said that Sabu was officiating the match. And then later I'm like, he's in his corner. We don't know what the hell Sabu's doing here. He's the new janitor.
Well, apparently Sabu and Roderick Strong are supposed to cancel out the 4 other members of the JAS by himself, or by those 2 against those 4. So
Sabu's equal to about 5 men.
it feels like Adam Cole probably needs 2 more guys on his team. Too bad there isn't 2 other guys that are ever associated with Adam Cole other than Roderick Strong and Sabu.
Ah, yes, Bill Alfonso and RVD.
That'd be amazing.
Oh my God!
At least the whistle. As long as we get the whistle, I'm fine.
Damn it, I wish I had a whistle in my prop box. All I got is pom-poms.
Oh, what if Alfonso comes out, blows the whistle, psychologically, Taz goes back to his Taz roots, and bam, we got Taz, Phil Alfonso, Roderick Strong, and Sabu versus the JAS.
It'll
And
be the
then,
most beautifully unnecessary ECW reunion.
and Anarchy in the Arena starts early during that match. So Jericho upstages both the Elite and the Blackpool Combat Club on their own pay-per-view just to be like, yeah, and you guys wanted Cabana back, and I'm able to do this. Just imagine what Cabana's going to do to you guys.
Cabana is going to be world champion by Revolution. Bet on that, motherfucker.
So I think Jericho is going to show the Elite that Cabana's going to punk them out very easily.
Oh, you can't be punking out. You can't punk out, my boy Colt.
But
You could punk.
I got Adam Cole in the unsanctioned match. Who you got?
Adam Cole, Adam Cole, Adam Cole, baby.
Now, do you think we're going to see Kyle O'Reilly or what the hell's his name? Where's the lie? That
Where's
guy.
the lie?
Bobby
Where's
Fish.
the name? Bobby Fish.
Bobby Fish. There it is.
Bobby Swordfish.
You think we'll see either of them?
We might see Bobby Popcorn Shrimp with Kyle O'Reilly. You know, he might be fit. And Bobby Fish, what the fuck is he doing? He's unemployed. He's working at a Long John Silver's somewhere in Denver, Colorado. He ain't got nothing to do. Let's bring him over.
You must have better sources than Ryan Alcatraz, because Ryan Alcatraz reported that he is a maitre d' at a Red Lobster somewhere in the Cincinnati area.
I heard he was the guy that makes the hush puppies at a Golden Corral over in Nebraska.
Now, I also heard other rumors that he is washing dishes at a truck stop somewhere outside of San Antonio, Texas.
Well, I'll tell you this much. I heard that he was cleaning toilets, get this, at a Whataburger in Texas.
Oh! So we've narrowed it down. He's at least in Texas. Too bad the pay-per-view is in Las Vegas, Nevada.
That's only hop, skip, and jump away, right?
So I feel like Adam Cole's going to win as well. But that match, like I said, may easily turn into anarchy in the arena. Who do you got winning anarchy in the arena? And what craziness do you think may ensue?
There will be so much blood. No, actually, I would like to think that it's going to be amazing, and Moxley will not bleed not 1 ounce. Everyone else is going to bleed like crazy. The Bucks bleeding, Kenny bleeding. Shit, they're not even going to bother to hide that they're going to bleed. They're just going to be like, give me a second. Thank you. Yep. Hello. Ketchup galore. It will be the most beautiful thing I've seen since the last David Lynch movie.
Who you got winning?
I'm gonna say the Elite. They're gonna stand tall. Cause you gotta go with the faces, baby.
Now, do you think Cyrus is going to get involved at all?
Deep cut. Not really a deep cut. That's just everyone knows that. I think he'll pop up in there and he will get the ass whooping that he desperately deserves. And you'll probably get like an spectacular appearance by Taz. Wait, no, I'm mixing matches.
Tekken Schmidt.
Tekken Schmidt, and
Yeah.
then Boom Boom Cole Cabana will come out in a surprise appearance.
Oh shit! So we're not even going to wait until the second coming to see.
We're not waiting for the second coming. We're not waiting for Regina. Sweet, sweet Regina.
And then finally, I think, unless you know of some other matches happening on the pay-per-view. Oh yeah, there is. Okay, hold on. Before finally, for the TNT Championship, because it worked out so well the last time we had a big man in a ladder match in AEW. Wardlow taking on Christian in a ladder match.
Let me just, I already know the winner of this match. Arn Anderson. He's going to whip a gun out and take the belt from whoever the hell wins. It's all been a ploy the entire time.
Now, do you think that Arn and Brock Anderson are going to be at ringside during this match, just in case somebody has to hold the ladder for Wardlow to climb up the ladder to get the belt? So
Yeah.
AEW doesn't have as much egg on its face like it did last time when the
With
referees
Hobbs. When we had like the entire referee corps down there, like, why did you grab the wrong damn ladder?
It looked like the Iwo Jima statue.
I'm proud to be an American.
So you think Wardlow retains?
Yeah, Wardlow's going to retain. They're not going to put that damn belt on Christian.
Well, so I have a theory. So we have AEW Community College coming up. And all the quote unquote pro wrestlers are going over to that show. Wouldn't that be perfect to have Christian as TNT champion to go to that show while you have Squirmy G Monster as the intergalactic champion on the Dynamite ring?
Before.
For the AEW Tag Team Championships, we have FTR taking on the Briscoes, taking on Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal in a triangle tag match.
Triangle tag match?
Yeah, it's the Briscoes versus Lethal and Jarrett versus FTR for the tag team title.
No one told Jay about Jay.
That's what all the promotional material says. 3 men will be in the ring at all time. A Briscoe will be in the ring. A member of FTR will be in the ring, and a member of the Jarrett Lethal team will be in the ring at all
That's because
times during this match.
Mark's the referee
Oh,
because the Briscoes are no longer around.
I was wondering, like, how they were going to get around the whole Jay issue. I thought maybe it was a hoax. I was hoping it was a hoax. That would have been nice if it was a hoax. Ugh. So
I
that really
thought
happened.
it's going to have a ghost in there.
Yeah. Well, no.
The ghost of Jay.
I was just hoping it was like one of those COVID jokes. Like, I had my brother believing I was dead for a while, like when COVID first started. And so I thought maybe Jay Briscoe did same, I thought Jay was impersonating Jay and doing the same thing with his brother, but damn, I'm
Nope,
sad
he
again.
did. He
Feel
did,
like I
sucker.
lost feel like I lost them all over again.
It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday.
Well, now the winner of this match is a little bit more predictable now that I know it's not a triangle tag match.
Obviously,
Uh,
Jeff Jarrett.
so I believe FTR has gotten this one in the bag as Jeff Jarrett turns on Jay Lethal to join FTR to go with Team Pro Wrestling over to AEW Rise of Communism.
I would rather sit bare ass on a pile of thumbtacks before I would ever want that to happen. Bare ass. My ass would be blading worse than John Moxley during the Anarchy in Arena match.
Aha!
Ah!
So who do you? So I'm guessing. You got Jarrett and Lethal winning the tag team titles.
I actually believe that they will win because they've gotten so many damn opportunities to win championships. And I'm like, okay, they have to win this one. And I don't want Jeff Jarrett to ever win a championship ever again in the rest of his career. I don't want him to win anything. I don't want him fucking winning a $10 scratcher. I want him to win nothing. He's done enough.
I feel like Scorpio Sky is going to somehow return and cost Lethal the match. Remember Scorpio Sky? Remember the promise we had of Scorpio Sky in AEW?
Oh,
Oh,
yes, I remember
Scorpio
my sweet piece of
Sky.
chocolate.
We all thought he would be the second, possibly third AEW champion ever. Scorpio Sky.
Yeah, that was me. That was me.
Where is our Scorpio Sky? First
Very
ever
nice.
AEW Tag Team Champion, Scorpio Sky.
There's our sweet Scorpio. Donde is our sweet Scorpio.
And finally, for the AEW World Championship, we have MJF taking on Harambe, taking on the devilish smiling man, Sammy Cuba.
Yeah.
What's the other guy's name? The Michael Graves wannabe. Darby Allin.
Thunder Rosa?
Taking on Thunder Rosa's younger prepubescent brother.
Man, has not hit puberty yet.
Who do you got in this? He doesn't look like it. He hasn't put on weight. His voice isn't deep. I don't see any hair on that body.
I believe.
So yeah.
Well, I'll tell you this much.
I have it on good authority that the reason why Darby Allin does the things he does is he has threatened to sue Tony Khan time and time again for letting a minor work in his company and do all those things.
Me personally, I'll tell you this much. Sammy Guevara does not have a chance in hell at winning the championship. Not going to happen whatsoever. Jungle Boy, for the love of God, is not going to win this championship. No. It's down to either, most likely MJF, but a little bit of me thinks that Darby Allin might win. A little bit.
Do you
A
think
little bit.
this is where the complete monkey wrench in everything you've ever known about wrestling from 1988 to this point, but Sting turned on his tag team partner and cost him the world title?
Oh my God. Sting actually being the betrayer. It would go full circle since Sting always got betrayed by his partners.
Yeah.
But it'd be something for him to do it himself.
And then he would, Darby's in a feud. It makes sense why Darby isn't challenging MJF for the world title, even though he came so close to winning it. So it gets Darby back away from MJF because he'll go battle with Sting. Um, and then Frog Lips or whatever his name is, Sammy Avocado, could then get a little bit more seasoning and have a rivalry with Jungle Book as they could blame each other for why they didn't win. And then we could get another new, fresh contender, hopefully somebody that could wrestle and do a promo um, to challenge, possibly Colt Boom Boom Cabana, challenge
The real
MJF
killer.
for that AEW World Championship.
Hmm.
Or we could just throw it back on Hangman because, that's how AEW rolls.
Just give back to or yeah, either Colt Cabana or Hangman. Boom, boom.
But I've heard, so you, you say you got no chance in hell of winning. I've heard rumors
Nope.
that they might put it on Sammy just because they're wanting Sammy to go completely face, and Tony kind of feels like that's the only way to freshen up Sammy and get him completely turned. Um, and then Jungle Book or Jack Perry, they feel like if they give him the title, then they could just drop the whole jungle everything and get him as Jack Perry because we got to take him seriously now as world champion. Um, and then Darby Allen, some people are thinking because he was real big on the English independent scene before AEW, holding that title going into All In.
It's plain simple. MJF is going to win, and then Colt Cabana is going to win it off of him at the next pay per view. Because no one can stop Boom Boom Colt Cabana.
You know what? We didn't get an announcement that we're going to have a big announcement next week, but I'm betting you at Double or Nothing, we are going to get an announcement that we'll have a big announcement on Dynamite
Yeah.
because they have still yet to tell us if All In is going to be just a house show, a pay per view, or if it's going to be like a Battle of the Belts type.
What a kick in the nuts if they go like, oh, by the way, All In, we're not even going to record it. Who said anything about recording it?
Well, if you think about it though, like WWE does big shows like that, the Madison Square Garden shows like that all the time and doesn't record it. What if
Hmm.
they do it? So how would you feel they recorded it, but you couldn't watch it live, all right, unless you were there. That's the only way you watched it live. So you pretty much know it's going to be a house show with house show results and house show happenings, da 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 da. But when they tighten everything up via Max, that is going to be one of the like tent pole things that's going to make you want to like. Well, I've watched every episode of Dynamite. I've watched every episode of Rampage. Why would I want to check this out? Well, All In, both episodes of All In, the original All In and now this All In, maybe you want to see those. Um, so maybe that could be something they do to try to boost that up.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's all we've way exceeded our time on this one. Um, fuck the WWE, fuck AEW, fuck Pluto, and I love
Fuck Pluto.
Tootie. But why do both of you guys do pay-per-views at the same fucking time? And AEW, don't you be blaming WWE because this was set in stone back when the 9/11 hijacking was planned. That's why this episode was so long. This guy right here has been,
The Best Scout Machine, the Doja Cat of Wrestle Talk.
and this
And
is the
this has
man
been
that worships under that bum of the man that is the Doja Cat of Wrestle Talk. We've been the Gout Foundation. Do you got anything to say? I probably should have let you say that before you said bye. And then say whatever you got to say and then say bye.
you know what? Memorial Day weekend is coming up, and I just want you to all know that this patriarch gnome did not die for nothing. He died for Cody Rhodes and Lex Luger. And that's all I gotta say, baby.
Something, something, Cody Rhodes.
Whoa!
Scene.
See.